Joel is a lovable nerd.
Ow, that's double.
Joel's life was one big punchline until the day he met Tibor and Brenda.
We're going to be on top of Joel.
He's going to be in trouble.
Now Joel has to grow up and use every tool in his arsenal to beautify this barren lot. It's the revenge of the nerd.
Oh my God.
What a change.
Holy jeez.
By the foot, by the yard, we're coming to you. Now we're making it all right. Dirty hands, dirty plans, dirty business.
So I'm on my way to Brenda and Tibor's house. Very excited. They're interested in having their backyard done.
This is the yard.
Looks good.
Not really.
Brenda and Tibor tell me they've just finished interior renovations, and they want to bring that same modern, minimalist look outside.
It's very open. It feels like you're in a field almost with the connection. There's no delineation between neighboring properties.
We have 2 kids, and I don't really let them play out in the yard. I just don't feel comfortable out here.
That's not what we want at all.
No.
We would like to have something like an outdoor living area.
What we really like to see is a deck out here.
Right.
That extends quite far into the backyard.
I love it.
We're going to get folding doors
Okay.
built into this wall. We're not the typical client. We're going to be very, very, very picky about style.
You guys aren't in the design industry or anything, are you?
Both of us have art backgrounds, so we are
you
going
have-
to put some pressure on you.
Uh-oh. Doctors and bankers, it's like you can wow them every time. Art background, I don't know, we could be in trouble.
Work your magic. We're going to be on top of Joel.
He's going to be in trouble.
Why do I feel like I'm under the microscope all of a sudden? Working for other designers. I feel like I'm back in first grade. I've got to baby step this thing. Measure it up first, and then get some input from the madmen at the office.
And these are sort of floor-to-ceiling windows. Well, they're taking them out. They're doing one of those sort of shutter doors.
15.8. Excellent. And this looks like it's going to become an essential feature of the garden.
I wouldn't say like a massive maple, but it's probably about 30, 35 years old. And it's a great thing for them to keep their house cool and things like that in the summertime.
Lauren has once again defeated his nemesis, the lens cap. Well, back at the office, James is flaunting his magical powers in the name of landscape design.
Magic Eye, why don't you tell us a little bit what you see?
Magic Eye sees a beautiful garden for a family.
Oh, God.
Magic Eye!
Don't first graders also play with their food?
They're doing one of those sort of shutter doors or slider doors.
We expect to see those and
We'll probably delay
by the end of this job?
Probably not. Probably delay the project.
Wonder if I've just jinxed this job. And more importantly, why is Lauren always hurting me with the slide ruler?
Ow!
Son of a Ow! Does it really?
No.
Ow! That's double. Nice blank slate.
Yeah.
Except for that tree. Maybe it's about to say that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say it.
So what are you gonna do?
Actually, a large deck is what they're looking
All right.
for. They want room to roam. But I feel like, Lauren, that if we did a deck over here, and we did sort of a kick-out landing area with the stairs,
Right.
it feels unbalanced to me.
You think so?
Yeah, so the idea of having this little nook that you can sort of kick off to, or you can keep going
Like a
down
little
the
reading
stairs.
nook, like a little intermediate destination point, if you want to call it that. Okay, well, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think it's shaping up already.
Good luck.
All right, thanks, Lauren.
Privacy is a major issue in this yard. There is none. For the deck, we're thinking a Corten steel fence. The perimeter fence will be wood, laid out horizontally rather than vertically. If you're fencing yourself in, do it with style.
We talked about wood, and we talked about the deck, and it's just such a natural area to put it as a continuation off this room and the doors you'll be doing. We took it almost to the back of the yard, but I felt it should stop at a certain point just due to setbacks with the height and to get some plant material in so it's not too harsh.
I have a bit of a worry that it is like a big flat surface, this large deck. So probably on this area we could kind of break it up with a tree.
So far, we're happy. He's going to make some changes for us.
It is a lot of deck, and you're always kind of mad that you missed it. As you work your way down, there's about 6 or 7 steps to get from this deck down, and we'd have sort of this little sort of like a reading nook, and just a nice little getaway space, but you can still have a little bit of a view out over the rest of the garden.
I wonder how they'll feel about my unique fence idea.
I'd like to propose to you guys that we do a Corten steel fence. This is a type of metal, and it rusts. And the rust actually acts as a sealant. But over a period of up to 3 years, it goes this beautiful, rich burgundy.
I don't know if think we're 100% sold on the rust fence, but I think we're gonna have to trust Joel on this one.
You know, I'm pretty sure they're gonna go for the fence. But the question of how we frame the Corten steel, well, I'll save that for later.
How do you like the rendering?
I love it. That reminds me of college days. Love rendering.
Ouch. If that doesn't bring back bad school day memories. But it's all okay. We're breaking ground, which is really exciting. What could go wrong? The good news is that Brenda and Tibor's new patio doors have gone in on time, so they're not holding us up. However, what is holding us hostage comes totally out of the blue. All foundation and brickwork needs to be done to the sunroom before anything else happens.
It's going to delay us 3 to 4 weeks before we can continue.
3 to 4 weeks.
I thought their own sunroom facelift would give us a launching pad, not delay our own liftoff.
So let's hope that the fellow you're working with on the brick or stucco has a reasonable timeline.
Until the brick and foundation are finished on their addition, we're scrambling to keep busy.
Yeah, we probably put those posts in, but we can't put any along the house.
We don't like to be dependent on other people's work.
Can you keep yourself busy with other stuff?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah. Still a few little decisions that have to be made. The joinery of the Corten fence, the question of whether the client wants to have framework around the Corten steel or just have the Corten steel butting up against itself. We don't have any pictures of the Corten steel unframed, so you just kind of have to trust us on the look of that one.
I wasn't 100% convinced I want it without frames. I'm just worried that it will look too weak.
Does this bridge look weak to you? James and I decided to check it out ourselves. How does Corten steel hold up?
Let's get off this bridge. It looks like it might collapse. It's kind of rusty.
This is the Corten steel.
It's almost like it has a sandblast finish, and then it patinted up. And it's incredible.
To me, this is nice and warm.
It does feel really warm, and I think it can blend with some beautiful modern gardens. It can, with some traditional gardens too, and it really hooks up with both, I think, really well.
Let's get the hell out of here!
I'm tweaking the plans according to Tibor's final decision to break up the deck and to frame the steel portion of the fence. It's all looking good.
Jay?
I'm over at Brenda and Tibor's place.
What's up?
Told me they're going with brick on the exterior, and it's going to delay us 3 to 4 weeks before we can continue.
3 to 4 weeks. Can they? Is there a middle ground? Can they get part of it done and we can do our work and they come in after or anything?
We can do a couple of days and finish the fence, but basically we're off the job until they finish the brickwork.
That's not good news right now.
If you can read the visual metaphor, you'll realize that we're screwed. All we can do now is finish the demolition and put in the post for the wood perimeter fence.
As an overview, I mean, we took this set of stairs out, and we're waiting for these guys to finish up the work so we can get started.
So are we working while these guys are doing the house?
So that was the reason we did the fence. Probably the fence may have happened later.
We can't do the Corten steel fencing until the deck is up.
That's true, because the weather may be closing in now, huh?
Well, time is getting scarce.
Well, with winter breathing down our necks, I thought it best to get inspiration in a more tropical environment.
You know what, guys? As much as we're in this beautiful environment with like one species of everything and this beautiful frilly colors and everywhere, this is not what Brenda and Tibor want.
I can tell.
They want direct opposite of that.
It's unfortunate that the tree's right in the middle of the garden, basically, and it's a fairly mature maple. It's a beautiful tree. Maple tree roots are always a problem because of the capillary roots, and it's like a stranglehold of like spaghetti roots, very close to the surface, so it's hard to even dig 2 inches.
Well, that's it, and you have to realize whatever you plant there, even if they can handle those conditions, it's really going to be prohibited in growth.
Lily of the Valley, it's a great one. The architectural foliage is just coming out with spikes, massive. It just keeps growing, and under the shade, it'll be perfect.
You could use viola also as another one, because I had it in my backyard and basically trashed the backyard, and it still came back the next year, and it was shady. Like, my backyard is shady, and it was everywhere in the backyard.
Yeah, but who cares? You sold that house.
Another option would be Cornus canadensis, the low ground covering dogwood.
Beautiful.
That seems like a perfect location for it, too, isn't it?
And it's also a native plant. Based on what we were talking about, the privacy is going to be an issue on the deck over here and nowhere else in the garden, really.
No, so I think our plant selection is going to be really important as to what is going to give us nice height, give them privacy, but not make them feel like they're in a cave.
Now I'd like to tell you about this conservatory.
Excellent.
It was back in 1872.
Let's go. Get out of here.
When Lord Byron descended upon the Wales.
It was 45 minutes before James realized we had booked. Meanwhile, Jay and I decided to check out our stalled work.
looking good, nice and clean, but it's slowing down a little over here.
Yeah, Brenda and Tibor have decided that that tree needs to come out.
Yeah, so they want to take this one out.
They do, it's coming out tomorrow morning.
Nice. Really is a nice, big, beautiful tree. And it really does sort of cut up the space in between the two houses.
It does.
But the point being, at the end of the day, it's a client's house. If it's not their style, and I do trust their style, it's going in.
Yep.
Have we had any word about the timeline for these guys?
And he figured he would be done by the weekend. That's like what?
This weekend?
36 hours from now.
Okay. It's a lot of brick. Well, hey,
the brick's not even here.
It's a little unfortunate.
Yeah.
We should probably start drinking.
Of course, drinking can lead to a whole new set of weird problems.
So, Kennedy, what do you think about Brenda and Tibor?
Hello. 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 Oh, geez, get a fly, get a fly, get a fly.
It doesn't fit with Brenda and Tibor's vision of their backyard, so with the help of a professional, we're retiring it. I hope Brenda and Tibor are going to tell the little ones about tree heaven. Meanwhile, James and I are in a tree heaven of our own.
This is a Cornus, Florida. Beautiful red berry, white flower in the springtime, and it's just the perfect shape. And red is the strongest color in the landscape too, so that's a real eye catcher. There's this design idea we're working on where we're going to have a deck that's raised about 3 feet, and we're going to have a recessed sort of box in the deck with this one specimen tree coming out of it. And I'm thinking this is shaping up quite nicely.
This one is in particular is a real beautiful focal. So Rick knows.
Excellent. I'm looking for 4 beautiful shrubs at the back of their house. They have these upper windows that are kind of at about 5.5 feet.
Yep.
They don't really want things to block the windows, so I'm thinking this might be a good choice. Cornus midwinter dogwood, which is just absolutely dynamite. This can be easily pruned. It bounces back very quickly, and it's a dogwood, so it can handle tougher conditions, and it can handle, there's some shade. Look at that.
Viburnum.
Viburnum, I think it's called Chicago Luster.
Chicago Luster.
I need 24 of them. I'm lining the whole backyard. 24. I find this to be a really dramatic plant, and we never use it.
I'm glad you're using natives too, you know. These can grow in the shade, they can grow in the sun.
Let's snap off some pictures. Can you get in there for human scale?
No problem.
Excellent. Okay, you're gonna freak my client out. Perfect. Actually, that's great. You know what?
Nice.
You know what? Why they're nice? Because you know
those.
the other plant that we usually use for this shape and everything is the serviceberry, which we commonly use. Well, the serviceberry, as you gentlemen know, has say the serviceberry was growing out of James's head here. It usually has sort of the 3 main trunks or some. Well, these guys, I just love the fact they have like 50 and they're thinner and they're dramatic.
It's going to be a real strong architectural feeling in the
You could probably do a wild thing with pruning this.
I think
You could probably prune this into like a really cool look.
So Brenda and Tibor's going well.
We had the hold up with the brick, but the brick's in, so finally we can get back to work, which is great.
It's a beautiful crabapple. It's softened in between the 2 properties. I don't want to make too big a point of it because they basically didn't want it.
But you know what? I have to say, now that it's out, I think it was the right decision, actually. I have to bow down to the fact that I think the client made the right call, which is always kind of a little hard to suck up.
Suck it up I will, because Brenda and Tibor are professional artists, and I can't ignore their instincts. Finally, it looks like there's nothing left between me and the finish line on this job. Wait a sec. Why does that deck look so not finished?
We can't use the wood because it's 2 feet too short for the deck. It's gonna delay it till tomorrow when we can go get more wood.
I went to meet the guys for a debriefing. Sadly, Lauren used his magical powers to transform Kennedy's into a bird.
So Kennedy, what do you think about Brenda and Tibor's place?
This house needs more bird feeders.
Hello. Oh, geez, get a fly, get a fly, get a fly.
Don't worry about Kennedy. Lauren's magic will wear off eventually.
How's it going at Brenda and Tibor's?
The door people were there first. That wasn't too bad, and the brick people came.
Oh,
And,
the brick
that took
people.
like 2 to 3 weeks. So anyways, I was just out there the other day, and the deck is pretty much done.
Sure, winter could strike at any moment, but that won't stop Tibor and Brenda from looking at our work with critical eyes.
Tibor and I are both visual artists, and we can be quite picky. But inside our house, we've got natural maple floors. So when we look out, it looks almost a little bit too much like a lumber yard.
The smaller deck feels kind of insignificant and small.
I'm sure they're going to like it when it's finished.
So we are worried about a snowstorm coming or something and covering everything before actually the job is going to be done.
Winter schminter. I'm beginning to think that Brenda and Tibor are losing the trust. Or maybe they're a couple of artistically inclined meteorologists. Whatever. I hope they like snowmen. That might be our only savior for their garden. You know, it's not easy to plant frozen trees, but we've got a pretty hardcore group of people willing to give it a shot.
You know, and the season is closing in on us. Winter, we have no way of predicting how it's going to come or when it's going to come, how hard the frost will be.
They're jackhammering the trees. I don't think we've ever jackhammered trees.
My concern is that we're not going to get these cornice out of their pots. Can we wiggle them out, or do we actually need my flamethrower?
Wait a minute. Did she just say flamethrower? Ow!
How you doing? My balls are chattering. I could hear them. Yeah. Funny enough, when I got out of the car, it's chattering. It's cold.
Good live and learn. The crew who are working out in the cold weather don't want to have their asses kissed by the frickin' designer guy.
Bonbon? They're good for you. I did bring bonbons.
I think it's just like objective.
Come on, have a bonbon. Just one.
Just one, Matt.
Just to say we're friends. Come on.
Scotch.
Despite all these problems, we're finally at the stage where we can install the long-awaited Corten steel fence. All we need now is a double shot of summer to see the fruits of our labor.
Don't look. Where'd you guys learn how to walk with your eyes closed? Don't look. Wait, I'll get you over there. 1, 2, 3.
Open eyes?
Oh my God.
What a change.
Holy jeez.
Spectacular.
It's amazing. I can't believe the transformation. We're totally shocked. It's a beautiful yard.
Before we couldn't really use it and we had no reason to come out.
The kids were running around and we didn't have a fence and they were going to the neighbor's yard and we just didn't like the idea that they could just roam wherever they wanted to go. So now with the fence up, they can play out here all day long if they want and I'll feel safe.
The black fence really makes the plants stand out.
The client was feeling, I think, at one point that it was like a lumberyard back here, and this is where you just know that like some black stain is going to tone it down.
The green leaves really pop out against the black. It looks amazing.
This is an adult naughty nook. Beautiful.
Naughty nook for the dirty business.
I bet this is going to become my favorite area.
Yeah, I do too.
It's my favorite area.
How long do you think the Corten will take to weather?
They say up to 3 years to go that beautiful, rich burgundy, but I'd say probably another 3 months should be pretty orange.
The guys at the shop, they can figure it out and get it and know what it's going to look like. But boy, it would have been amazing if it was in full rust.
I feel like I'm in a living room. I mean, where's the garden? This is so spectacular. I think just this whole space is so well thought out.
Let's go up and take a look up top.
Okay.
Great idea. Thought you'd never ask. Where's the drinks?
Can't wait to have people over and entertain out here. Really use the space.
We had some issues when the doors went in, working with another contractor and everything, but hey, we got on the other side of it. And look at that, that's beautiful.
I love
That's the doors that had to go in. Holy, I forgot about
That
that.
actually wasn't that bad.
Why the tree growing out of the deck?
The original design called for a lot of deck, and Tibor's like, hey, maybe we can break it up just a little bit. So we worked together on this idea of having it recessed, so it's like a negative space as well. I think the proposal originally was either Corten or wood, and a lot of people would just lean towards the safety and go with wood, but here's a wonderful client that's willing to take a chance.
As designers and artists,
We like to have control.
yeah, we're a bit of control freaks a little bit.
The clients, they almost could have designed a garden themselves a little bit. Like design is design is design, and they understand that.
He really understood what we wanted, and he pretty much got exactly what we wanted to see.
It was actually a really good working relationship. Everybody was on the same page, and I think we came up with something really beautiful.
This is way past our expectations. It looks amazing.
Really?
Oh,
You're
he's put
brave.
that thing up that says, he's gonna nip my ears.
Can I touch?
Can they
Can I
smell
touch?
beer? We'll take 3 cappuccinos and 1 white Burton.
You think I'm a clown? So I amuse you. Are you gonna break my Blackberry? Go ahead.
Uh-oh. Make it a run for it. Right for the jugular.
throat, man.
Right for the jugular. This
right.
place has got everything.
Quirky.
You know what? I really like coming over to have